Good day, everyone. Today I will be presenting on oil palm empty fruit branches, which is also known as EFB. This topic explores on how agricultural waste from the palm oil industry can be transformed into useful materials, especially in pulp production. Our chosen non-wood bioresource is oil palm empty fruit branches, as you can see in the slide. EFB is a residue left behind after the palm oil fruits are removed during processing. Instead of treating it as waste, it can actually be reused as a valuable raw material. So, why do we choose on EFB? First, it is abundant in Malaysia, as you can see, with around 20 to 30 million tons produced every year. Second, it has a high cellulose content, around 38 to 45%, which makes it suitable for pulp production. However, it also has some challenges. For example, it contains higher ash and silica compared to wood, and it has high moisture when fresh. Overall, it is low cost, widely available, and sustainable, making it is a strong alternative to wood-based materials. So I'll now be talking about oil palm anti-fruit branches pre-process and pre-treatment. These steps prepares the raw material by reducing moisture and removing impurities, ensuring it is suitable for the pulping process. So, the main method used is soda pulping. In this process, chemicals such as sodium hydroxide are used to break down lignin and separate the fibers. At the end, the pulp is formed into sheets or dried, depending on the final application. As you can see, that goes through the preparation, which is the EFB chips. Now it's impregnation, cooking digestion, blowing, washing, and screening. Lastly, bleaching and storage. So there's also one important concept here, which is industrial symbiosis. This means waste of one process becomes a resource for another industry. Okay, for example, black liquor can be converted into biogas, electricity, or lignin-based products, and silica-rich waste can be used in cement or silica gel production. This reduces waste and creates additional value. So in the washing stage, you can produce black liquor, which are beneficial to us, to the industry. And going to the second stage, which is screening stage, which will also produce a byproduct called silica-rich rejects. And it is good for the industry use also. So what are the origins of the byproducts and how are they formed? Well, let's look at how these byproducts are formed. Black liquor is produced when sodium hydroxide breaks down lignin and hemicellulose during pulping. On the other hand, silica-rich rejects come from the natural silica present in EFB, which does not dissolve easily and remains as solid particles. Okay, as you can see here, black liquor formation and silica-rich rejects formation. This information can be read by yourself. So, what are the effects of not managing the byproducts on the produced pulp? If these byproducts are not properly managed, they affect the pulp quality. But how though? For example, silica contamination that reduces the brightness, which causes consuming more reagent to increase bleaching cost significantly. And residual black liquors can darken the pulp, which lowers the quality and darkens the color of the pulp. And now, screen blockages reduce production efficiency, which causes a lot of production waste. All of this cause the pulp to have a reduced marketability. As a result, the pulp may not meet market standards. So after talking about the effects on the pulp itself, you might be thinking, what's what are the what are the effects on the pulp mill? Well, let's look at it. The impact is not just on the product, but also on the mill itself. Silica can cause scaling in equipment, reducing efficiency and increasing maintenance costs. Okay, which is going to be used to clean the to clean the mill again. And also, black liquor can also lead to corrosion and disrupt chemical recovery processes. Overall, poor management leads to higher operational costs. So, what are the effects on the environment? Well, there's a plenty of them. As you can see, there's water pollution, aquatic toxicity, color pollution, air pollution, soil and groundwater, and greenhouse gases. Water pollution occurs due to high BOD and COD. Toxic substances harms aquatic life, as you can see from aquatic toxicity. Air pollution releases harmful gases, which are caused by uncontrolled combustion on black liquors. And methane emissions contribute to climate changes, which also causes greenhouse gases. And yeah, everyone knows what are the effects of the greenhouse gases. This highlights the importance of proper waste management. If waste is not regulated, this is what happens. Okay, so these are some references that I gathered that are used for these presentations. They include research articles and textbook related to pulp and paper technology. Thank you for listening to my presentation on oil palm empty food branches. This topic shows how waste can be transformed into valuable resources, contributing to sustainability and environmental protection. Thanks a bunch.